Yeah, so anyways, I was telling him that I really like that part on like Red Letter Media whenever Mr. Plinkett goes, Part 2. Yeah, I like that. I don't know why. It's just funny.
Part 2.
Yeah, I totally like that. Oh, hello. Welcome to Part 2. Yeah. Well, I hope you, man, this is a really long, I think this is my longest review yet. But anyway, I just reviewed this guy over here. He looks pretty cool. It's a Spade 4 from Gangsters Kingdom DAMTOYS figure. Or as I like to call them, villains, because they are awesome looking. Anyway, there he is looking pretty cool. Now, we'll look at him up close here in a second. But Part 2 of the review has something else special. So, are you ready to see what it is? Let's go! Part 2 of the review will be on the DAMTOYS Gangsters Kingdom. Oh, look at there! Diamond 2! Yeah, look, or Diamond H. Part of it broke off, but whatever. There he is looking pretty cool. And if you look in his ear, he has a little number 2. That is awesome. Now, this figure's likeness, like all of the others. Now, the first one was based on Jason Statham. We all know that. Then Vinnie Jones was number 2. Then Wayne Rooney, the soccer player, or the football player, if that's how you want to say it, he was number 3. And then you had Colin Farrell. And then Jude Law's coming out as, I think, number 5. Oh, my goodness, this is amazing. And then Ed Harris as, like, the prisoner guy, and then you have Danny Trejo. Now this one is based on Scott Adkins. Yeah, and Scott Adkins is awesome! So Scott, hey seriously, I'd love to have your autograph, buddy, so call me! But anyway, there it is. Oh, there's a snake there. Maybe they do work for Cobra. Hey, Cobra! It's funny too because he's got like, you know, alligator skin boots or whatever, and why does he have a snake there? But maybe he's just a reptile-ish kind of guy. But you'll notice this one's like still sealed in plastic. Yeah, never opened this one, so if I open it, there's like an oil filter or something inside there. Hey, I'll be just as surprised as you. Let's look at the back of the package. So here's the back of the package with a really cool drawing of Diamond 2 looking very awesome. Now, his likeness, like I said, is based on Scott Adkins. Now, Scott Adkins was in a movie called Undisputed 2. You might also know him as the no-mouth Deadpool in the Wolverine movie. Man, he was awesome when he was flipping around and doing kicks and stuff. He is so cool. But he's not on the front of this one's box. But if you look on the back of the package, and look really closely, see that guy right there? See him? No, not Michael Jai White. I met him. He's really cool. I liked him. I got his autograph. But anyway, if you look right there, look at it. See his hair? See his goatee and stuff? Look at that. Same guy. But yeah, he was also in Undisputed 3. And if you look over here, oh gee, I don't know. That doesn't really look like him to me. But yeah, there he is looking pretty cool. Now, these movies are awesome, by the way. This one right here. Oh my goodness, I love it. But anyway, we're not talking about the movies. I'll go off on a tangent. But Scott Adkins, seriously, call me, because I'd love to have an autograph. But anyway, there it is looking pretty cool. That's the back of the package. Kind of covered up by DVDs, but hey, what do you do? But there it is. Looking very cool indeed. So I say, we just cut this plastic off and get inside the package. What do you say? You know, as I'm opening this, I have to say, see, look, I'm ripping the plastic off as we speak. But anyway, while I'm opening this, I have to say, what is it, Spade 5 and Diamond 3, the Danny Trejo and the Jude Law figures. They're going to come with variants or whatever, limited to 200. And it would be cool, you know, if they're all sealed like this so that you don't know what you're getting. I'm pretty sure they're going to be, because how else would you know? But, yeah, I wish this one had a variant. Not that I would care if I got a variant or not, but, you know, the fact that I'm the first one opening it, it's like a grab bag, so you don't know what you might get. But I know what I'm getting. A very cool Scott Adkins figure. So let's open it! Now, I had Spade Jack or whatever help me out last time holding it open, so now I'm going to have Bernie here. Hey, Bernie! But I'm going to have Weekend at Bernie's here. I'm going to have him hold open the package for me so you can see. Now, inside the package there, you will see, what do we see here? We see, like, Asian writing. Hey, that says, if lost, please return to this guy. But, yeah, there we go. There's his tattoo. It says loyalty. That's the same tattoo that Spade Jack has, too. So, you know, because they were buddies. These two guys used to be best friends, but then he ran off or whatever. He said, hey, screw this, I'll make my own gang eventually, and now he's in the Diamond Gang. But there they are looking pretty cool. There's that same picture, it's on glossy there. And there's the card again, yet again. Now I have a double. But looking pretty cool, so let's remove that flap, shall we? Man, that paper is super thin. I'm always so afraid I'm going to rip him. But anyway, there he is looking pretty cool in his little carbonite box. Oh my goodness, it looks so cool. I never thought I'd have these. These are awesome. I thought, you know, I'd just have the heads. There he is looking pretty cool. So let's remove this flap and see what's underneath. So there he is about to be thawed out by Boosh, and there's the stuff underneath. Now check that out, he has a shotgun, he's got some cool brass knuckles, or silver knuckles. They call him a knuckle duster, but they're brass knuckles to me. But he comes with a wallet with a little skull on it and a chain. He's got a little bag. Oh man, there's his little daggers, or little knives or whatever, throwing knives actually. There's his middle finger hand, and he's got a little spade tattoo there on his hand. And I always thought that he gets these tattoos after he leaves the gang, because these hands up here don't come with tattoos. And I always thought these were like the later hands, or I'm sorry, the earlier hands when he was being friends with Spade J. He didn't have tattoos back then, let's just pretend. And then he runs off, and when he's in Orient, he gets a lot of tattoos, and there he's got the spade, you know, symbol on his finger to say, hey, I'm not your gang anymore. And then there's some glasses. Those look awesome. I think they look so cool. So I say we pull them out of the package. What do you say? Now, here's Diamond 2 fresh out of the package and stood straight up. Now, I pulled off all the plastic except for around his neck there, because that protects it from the dye, I guess, of his shirt. I'll take that off eventually because, you know, I'm never going to take his clothes off. I'm sure it'll dye the backs of his hands, too, from his jacket, because those had plastic around them, too. But, hey, whatever. I think he looks awesome. Look at that head sculpt. That is so cool. Scott Adkins just seems like a really cool guy. I mean, and this figure, it's cool to have a figure that looks like him too. Plus, you know, you can pretend it's anybody or what. But I think a Yuri Boyka figure would make it really cool. But anyway, as you can see, his shirt's not adjusted or anything like that. Like I said, I just pulled him straight out of the package. There's his boots. Like, they don't come with bases, like I said. Looks like his boots are made out of, like, alligator noses or alligator tails. I would say alligator tails, maybe. Because, I don't know, that just looks really cool. It looks like a tail to me. Or their nose, like I said, but it'd be a really small alligator. But they make small alligators, I guess. But anyway, there's the figure. I love his shirt. It's got a Big Trouble in Little China t-shirt on. That's pretty cool, too. Now, let's look at the back of the figure. So here's the back of the figure, and I love how they do like the shaved part of their heads, because the Jason Statham, the Spade Jack figure, has that kind of airbrushing effect or whatever. However they do that, I don't know, that speckly kind of paint job just looks cool. Love his little furry collar. He's got a Squall Leon Hart kind of jacket. That's awesome! Oh man, I love those kind of coats. But there's his jacket. Now this jacket's a lot thinner than the other one, so it moves around a lot better. It is a little wrinkled up from being in the package, like the belt and stuff and the back of it. But you know what? I don't care. Looks awesome to me. And then, oh, it's getting dark. Sorry, it's getting dark. But there's his boots looking pretty cool. I think, in fact, I wear boots like those, except for not with the alligator part. They just look like motorcycle boots. But looks pretty cool to me. Now let's look at them from the front one more time. Now, one of the most truly awesomest things about these figures is, number one, I love the character heads. They just look so cool. In fact, I wish they would put out an art book of just the artwork that they use to do the drawings and stuff. So, hey, DAMTOYS, seriously, if you're listening, which I know you're not, but if you are, put out an art book, you know, or like some sort of a booklet that has all the art and stuff that you guys use to make these figures, because obviously the boxes are littered with artwork, the cards have artwork, I'm sure there's sketches and stuff of you guys designing these figures, so I would really like to see that, because seriously, I'd love to have one. But anyway, the paint jobs on these heads are incredible. They've got like rosy cheeks and little red noses, and like they've got like, you know, shadows and stuff painted on them, and I don't know, just looks awesome. And like I said, look at his hair. He's got like fire cut into his hair. Maybe that's a tattoo. It's probably a tattoo underneath his hair. It's just grown back in. But look at that face. It just looks awesome. Somebody said these look like Dick Tracy characters, and I'm like, I have to agree. They do kind of look like Dick Tracy characters. But anyway, love the scar on his eye. One of the things, though, that makes these truly incredible are their eyeballs. Now, you can't really even see their eyes, but when you get them in the light, you can see that they've got like perfect Hot Toys quality eyeballs under there, and I don't know how they do that, because with these brows that these guys have, they all have these really, like, you know, sloping brows, and I don't know how they get in there to paint the eyes so perfectly, or at least do, you know, like the tampografts or whatever they're called, those stickers. I don't know how they do it, but they're perfect every time. So I say we look at them up close. What do you say? Okay, so here we go up close. Check out the grain on that leather jacket. That looks awesome. Oh, there's his t-shirt looking very cool. Let's pan upward here. There's his, like, cross with, like, a chaos symbol. Oh, he's got a chaos scar. A chaos necklace. There's the chain. Oh, man, there's the furry part of his jacket. And then here's his face. Holy cow, look at the detail on that. He just looks awesome. Now, there's his eyes. Now, look at that scar first. I'm kind of like going around my light, so this is kind of hard. There's his hairline, looking very cool indeed. Now, there's his face. Now, you can see the way his nose is painted like a darker color. It just looks so good. But if we take his head here and we tilt it back, and we go like this, if I can do it, I don't know. It's hard to do with two hands, but, yeah, look at his eyes. Holy cow, can you believe they got them that perfect underneath that brow? I mean, because when you stand him straight up, I mean, you can't really see his eyes. I don't know how they do it, but that looks incredible. Now, let's look at the side of his head here, because he's got that cool tattoo. Oh my goodness, it looks awesome. They even painted the inside of his ears. That is awesome. Look at him. It's awesome. I love it. So, now before we move on, let's look at his boots. Oh, does kind of look like an alligator snout, doesn't it? But, yeah, that looks cool. In the back of his hand here, there's his compass tattoo. Now, people get compass tattoos so that they'll never get lost. You know, it's to symbolize never getting lost, I guess. So, okay. And then over here, he's got a yin-yang. So, he's a big fan of Jet Li in The Expendables. But there he is, looking very cool. My belt's still sticking out. What are you doing, belt? Stop it. But, looks pretty cool to me. So let's look at, Spade 4. So here's Spade 4 up close and personal. Check him out. Oh, look at that little button. Man, I would not like to be the guy who sews those buttons on. There's his cross I keep wanting to say tattoo or scar. What the heck? A cross necklace. Oh, there we go. And then up here you'll see there's his face. Look at the way they airbrushed his beard. His little stubble lines and stuff. Those are so cool. And then, oh, look at that. Colin Farrell's sad little eyes. Hello, Colin Farrell. They even got his eye right. Or the eye color right. Because Colin Farrell's got brown eyes. And it looks like he's got brown eyes to me. Unless they look a different color on the screen. They look brown there. That is so awesome. Look at that. How do they paint those eyes inside those eyebrows? I don't know. He needs to go to sleep, though. He's got, like, big shadows under his eyes. But, yeah, look at that. Look at his hair. Man, these things are so awesome. See why I was so content with just having their heads? Because I thought, hey, if I just get their heads, I don't need to get everything else. I can dress them any way I want. Look at that. So awesome looking. His mouth kind of looks like he's in a Fred Flintstone cartoon, though. But there he is, looking pretty cool. Man, I can't get over those eyes, though. That is so awesome. Now let's pan down here and look at his cowboy boots. Hello, Mr. Cowboy Boots. Look at that. Those look like real boots. That's so cool. Go over here to this one. It's got stitching and everything. They even paint the bottom of them. That's pretty cool. Now let's look at his tattoo. A lot of people say that these are skull and crossbones, but it's fire you can see. And it says, "Don't provoke me." Upside down, but it's a little skull with little fire coming off of it. Very, very cool indeed. And before we go, let's look at his Punisher glove, because he's a big fan of the Punisher, obviously. Oh, look at that. They even painted the ends like they're dirty. Like he's been either punching people or like just wearing the glove. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's just neat looking. But anyway, looks pretty cool to me. So before we go, let's look at the other two, shall we? So here's Spade 3 looking pretty cool. There's the patch there on his jacket. And, oh, look at that. There's his, like, Queen of England, I believe it is. I don't know. He's got, like, a little necklace. Now, I do not envy anybody putting on that necklace. Now, it's all metal, but, man, that chain was hard to put around his neck because you have to take his head off and then you have to put his mask on. I wanted his mask tucked in like that underneath his shirt. Oh, man, we're talking impossible. There's his teeth looking pretty cool. He's got little fuzzies on his teeth. There's his mask. Look at his eyes. Oh, my God. Or his eye, because he's in the dark. Kind of looks like something out of a Star Wars comic to me. There's a bad guy that kind of has a skull face like that. But, yeah, there's his eye. Now, how do they do that? I mean, really? DAMTOYS, how do you do that? Because that's awesome looking. Look at that! But anyway, sorry, this is really hard to do. My light is, like, bumping into the tablet as I'm trying to record this. I like his hood down. A lot of people like, I like his hood up. A lot of people like his hood down, but I like his hood up, kind of like Green Arrow. I don't know. I just think that looks cool. You know, I'm a big Green Arrow fan. And then down here, he's got, what do we got here? He's got his in a wink, because, you know, he could, like, punch you and you'll be gone in a wink. Yeah, that's right, because you can lose everything in a wink. But, there's his boots. Look at that. He even has real laces and stuff. Oh, my goodness, this is awesome. And then over here, he has a tattoo, too. Now, in the storyline, it said that they were mailed a hand with, like, an English flag or something on it. Well, there you go. It's his hand. And I know he has a hatchet So they probably used his own hatchet to chop off his hand. That sucks. Oh man, so if you want a more accurate burning, you just pull off his hand right there at the peg. And then you can see his knuckles are all painted. Oh man, it looks so awesome. So, this is getting long, so let's get to the last one. Now, since I only have his head, I'm just going to show off his head there, because there you go. Look at that. Look at that. Oh man, mine has a little blemish underneath his eye. You can see it, but that's okay. I don't care. Look at those eyes. Yeah, I love the little shadowing above his eyes, because he doesn't have any eyebrows, but they're like super, super light. Man, that just looks awesome. I love it. Look at that. I love the way they did his hair, because you can see like the little speckled dots or whatever, the shading for his hair. Oh man, he just looks awesome. I love these figures so much. You know, they just look so good. Look at those eyes. How do they do that? Because I swear, when you look at these things up close, those eyes are so tiny and covered up by those eyebrows. I don't know how they do it, because look, that's straight on, man. I mean, I guess, I don't know how they do it. That's so cool. But anyway, there's the figures. Well, you did it. You survived my longest review ever. I'm sorry that I talk so much, but hey, that's why you watch them, right? You watch them to be entertained and to learn a few things along the way. And I hope that I, shed a little light on these figures. Because a lot of people like these things, but a lot of people I don't think have made the connection between this and the 21st century line of the villains and stuff like that. Because, I know they're not connected, but it almost feels like the villains line was a precursor to these. I don't know. I just think it is so cool. And you know what? I'm very happy. And since I don't have my villains anymore, it's really cool to upgrade to these. Because these have better sculpts and better clothes and stuff like that. And stop pointing at the kitten poster! But anyway, seriously, these are awesome. And I really wish that I could get a Vinnie Jones head. I don't care if I get the whole doll. I do want his head though. So if anybody's got one of the Vinnie Jones heads out there, hey, hook up a foo, okay? And, DAMTOYS, seriously, if you're listening, you've got, like, the British guys, and then now you're getting, like, the Spanish guy from, like, the Danny Trejo head, and everybody likes to say he looks Spanish or Russian. I just think of him as just being a normal dude. But, anyway, you know what you need? You need, like, I don't know, an Asian-looking guy with a long mustache and a beard. Seriously, I would be perfect in this group. Look at this. Look, we all go together. Well, I mean, if I was, like, done as a caricature and a little meaner looking. Maybe pointing at kitty posters, but seriously, long fingernails, like a little foo hat and stuff. Come on, you can call him foo, chew, moo. I don't care what you call him, but seriously, I want to be one of the gangs because seriously, you got like the clubs and you got spades, hearts. Oh, the hearts. I could be in the hearts or the clubs. I don't care. Seriously, DAMTOYS, are you listening? Please, make me a villain. Okay. That's all I wanted to say. So anyway, I hope you liked today's review, and these things are awesome. They're really expensive. Not really. Comparatively to Hot Toys, they're not expensive at all. But getting them all is expensive, and especially if you want to go back and get all of him, because he's going to be expensive, because he wasn't made in, that much of, I don't know, they didn't make that many of them, apparently. And the Vinnie Jones, he's kind of hard to find, too, because, he's came out number 2, so hey, whatever. But, you know what? I can't wait to see more of them. I can't wait to see more of the gangs. I take your time, DAMTOYS. Seriously, stretch it out. I don't mind, because I don't want them finishing off. Look, I know there's like, what? There's 9 cards per each, because you got 2 through 10, right? 2 through 10 in a card suit, and then you got, 2 through 10 of clubs, 2 through 10 of hearts, blah, 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 blah. Then you got the ace, king, queen, jack, right? Okay, but a joker. Nobody's thought about that yet. A joker! Because obviously he's the jack. Everybody likes to call him just Spade J, but it's Spade Jack. Come on, guys, it's Jack. Holy crap. But anyway, there's 2 jokers in the deck. So you need 2 wild cards. I don't know if that's what Saxon's supposed to be or what. Maybe he's a joker card. I don't know. But I think that would be cool. So anyways, don't forget, DAMTOYS. Take your time, enjoy it, and make all 9 of each of the numbers for each of the gangs, and then make all of the aces through the jacks or whatever. Oh man, and the 2 jokers, and I'm happy. So, until next time, tune in for more Foo Reviews! Oh, man. No, go on without me, felzbug. I'm just tired. That was a long review.